Hello viewers, if you're here for XSplit Tutorials Phase 5, you are in the right place. And I am here. Now what are you going to be learning today? You're going to be learning, going back on some of the things you learnt in the last episodes, but we're going to be mainly concentrating on what it is like to run a live show. First of all, what I thought I'd show you is me actually running a live show, how I start off, what buttons I need to press. So watch closely because this will be in real time, and then we'll go back over and cover it exactly what I did and teach you how to do it. So I'm going to disappear now, and here we go. Okay, so this is live show. We're going to launch in 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. On the 1, I want the audio, the theme music to start, and on 0, I'm going to press record. Launching show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
FotoMedien, coming to you live from Germany.
Hello viewer, how are you? Hope you're well. Now today's show is going to be all about the 3 golden things that we love the most in life, which are of course YouTube, Chat FM and a thumbs up. That's what we're going to be talking about. So without further ado, let us move into the show, and we're going to progress with a little bit more about thumbs up, my channel and YouTube, and cut. Now I'm now talking to you, the XSplit tutorial followers. First of all, welcome to the show. This is phase 5. Let us rewind then what we've just seen there in fast time. I'm just going to reset one thing first of all before we start, and that is it. Right, let's go back to this first screen, and I'm going to prove that you know this, and I'm going to stick myself in the corner again just so you can see it's really me talking. We will close that down and close that down. So all of this you've been taught in the previous episodes, and just to prove that very quickly, if we do that, this is simply a video which you've been taught how to set it to loop, play on entry, and of course my favourite thing, get rid of that keep in source memory, and all that's doing is looping, nothing special. On top of that then, you have this scene. Now can anyone tell me what real colour is that monitor? Come on, someone's shouting it out already. It is of course a green screen monitor, and all this is a picture. So picture, green screen monitor, or make it green using Photoshop, get rid of it, and then of course that video that's moving appears on the monitor screen. Ignore the next one up, that's me, just in case you were wondering how I got here. All I did was on the layout you've got rotation buttons, so you can rotate yourself in different places, and then of course I just scaled myself down with the mouse and put myself there. But that's not part of today's show. Okay, moving up, you notice here I've got a be right back text. That is to allow me to use this scene after I've used it for the intro. I've got this, this was from Motion Array, so this was part of a license package, but I've got a fancy be right back neon thing for the wall there. All right, so after I've used it for the intro, I can set it up to use it as a be right back screen. Yeah. And what do we use be right back screens for? That's right. When we're in a lot of trouble and things are going wrong during a live show, go to the be right back screen to stop your viewers seeing what's going on. All right. The 2 things above. So we have a group, and I've grouped 2 things together, which were my trademark. So that's my trademark, and a text message. So some text, all new from and then my trademark. And the reason I've grouped them together, just to remind you how to group things, even though you've been shown, you highlight them both, so Control and highlight them both, and you press the box here, the folder here, to put them in a folder, a group. The reason why I grouped those two together is because I wanted the same effects to apply to them. So I wanted them to zoom in on scene entry after 2 seconds, after 2000 milliseconds. Yeah. So the only thing I need to press then is the group icon, or the group hide and reveal. The final one looks great, doesn't it? What is it? Exactly, it's a picture. Its normal colour is that, and all we've done is gone eyedropper tool, got rid of the black parts of it, and you've got a nice sort of PNG style image here. Okay, right, what I'll do before we go back, I'm going to switch that back to be right back. Now, I then went into the live chat, so as the music changed, I hit this screen here, and we ended up in this place. As I was talking and keeping the best I could eye contact to you, the viewer, what I was doing with my mouse was I was glancing down, I was right clicking on what I call the swinging sideboard or signboard. And this is new for you. This is something new for you to learn. So if you were happy before, now you're not going to be. Right. Now with this, if this played through thoroughly, like all the way through, what happens is it swings out, it stays for a second, and then it swings back again. And then what happens is, annoyingly, then another one appears on this side. And for the purpose of my video, I only wanted this one to swing out and to stop for a few seconds to show people the 3 gold icons that were on it. But I didn't want these other ones to appear. So what I've done, I played it. This is not live. This is what I've done to set it up, by the way. So as it played, I then hit pause. And I went to the bottom here. Now at the bottom, you have cue points. And as the cue points thing says, you can set pause, resume, and cut areas to a video. So at that pause point, I chose from here the drop down menu or the drop up menu. I chose pause and I pressed add, and it added a pause point at the 0.8 seconds marker. During the show then, the icons came on. Let's just do that bit just so you can see for real time. So those 3 icons appeared. I waffled a little bit, blah, 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 blah. 3 icons, let's talk about gold stuff. I then faded them out, brought this back up, and pressed play again. It swung out of action, disappeared out of sight. And now, as I said, I didn't want this other one to appear, so I simply went, as I set this up, I simply put another pause point in. So pause, pause, pause. The important thing there, if you're setting up pause points, make sure you don't have it on loop, continual, or anything else like that. Just let it play once and let it be controlled by hand. Not the easiest of things to do in a live show, however. And as you could see, as I was talking to the viewer, my eyes were going down here because I was looking for that play. I was looking for that magic play button. Sometimes you miss it as well, so you have to have the confidence to sort of go, right, I've pressed it and I'm going back to the show, and you just have to rely that the fact that you've actually pressed it. Is that all right? Does that make sense? Now, that swinging board itself is something which I've bought. It's a feature that I've bought. Now, just to show you, even with the basic one, you could create that. So, for example, you could have add a source, general widgets, and a colour matte. And I'm sure you're seeing where I'm going with this now. So if we sort of put that there, let's just bring those icons. In fact, let's put that down at the bottom. we'll put that there, put them icons back up, and we'll sort of resize that to suit. So if you haven't got a swinging side signboard, the way I'd have done that without it is I would have created this with a transition, move right on both, and let's say 5. Let's go a bit longer actually. Let's go for 1500, 1.5 seconds. Just to show you, it sort of works. So blah blah blah. Hello viewer, today's show we're talking about those 3 favourite things of yours, which are YouTube, my channel, and a thumbs up. And you see what I mean? It's a similar sort of thing. It's not quite as fancy. But don't forget, you can also design your own frame, perhaps in Photoshop, and make something else that's similar. So you could actually try this at home. Right, what I'm going to ask you to do now is take a pause, because that's quite a good thing to start practicing, but have a break now, because like I say, I've gone quite in at the deep end this week because I want people to start actually physically trying this stuff. After the break, I'll tell you exactly what we're doing, but we'll take a quick pause now and I'll see you in a moment.
Do you have weak, limp or lifeless hair, girls? It's not so canny, is it, Pat?
New from Man, Hairway with active prolaxative fluoride. It targets weak, limp, ginger, dull and pubic hair.
My hair feels as strong as a bull's cock and as full as a Ginster's pasty.
New Hairway by Man. Hairway Man.
Got me mojo back?
Hi, just a polite reminder, please don't forget to subscribe or at least like. Means the world to me. Let's go back to the show. Okay, you're back. Welcome back. Now, one thing I forgot to show you in the first part of today's episode, these icons. The original one I had up was a YouTube one, so that was that one. And as you can see, I've got a Facebook and a YouTube, which I can switch out or switch whichever platform I'm on. So it allows me to use this sort of project for both YouTube and for Facebook. However, let's have a quick look at what we did with these. So the YouTube one was actually that colour originally, and all I did was with my Chat FM thing is I changed the colour hue. You see this button here? The original colour is that, more or less. I dropped it down, turned it yellow, and I think I moved the saturation up and down a little bit to match the colours above and below. Now, the next bit I'm going to show you, please do not run away. All right, I'm going to show you how complex this system can get with a little bit of an example. Now, watch carefully. I'm going to press this button now to switch scenes, but watch what happens. Delay, delay, that's doing that, and there we go. Let's go back. Delay, wait for that to do that, blah, blah, blah. However, if you look on here, it says my transitions between scenes should be a straight cut with 0 milliseconds. So why didn't it do a straight cut with 0 milliseconds like I asked it to? Because if you've got a transition here, transitions on your actual scene will happen first. And it's something that I've learnt trial by error. But what you need to do to avoid that delay, so you've got a straight cut, is turn this off. So transitions, none. Now when I click here, it should ignore this transition on exit for these things and just go straight across. There we go. All right, that's my top tip for the day. Right, what you're looking at here is, look at this list underneath, huh? Scary, isn't it? Right, this is a twin camera setup, and we will get there probably in series 2 for this one. So like I say, this is just for interest for you. You may notice it, but if you look very carefully, 2 cameras. So I've got my webcam and this is a GH5 Panasonic on a tripod. But you might notice that there is a very slight difference in the projection of visual and audio. And that is because, and like I say, just for interest, that is because when you're using a separate camera, such as a DSLR or another camera, you generally have to go through a capture card. Now, a capture card, fabulous devices though they are, they come with a delay, and we have to counteract that delay. So you see a lot of shows where they're doing top-down cameras and doing tutorials and kit reviews, but you have to adjust the delay of your visual and your audio to make sure that you match your capture card. Oh, sorry about the background noise. We've got workmen in the street digging the street up. Anyway, we're nearly finished, so just for your interest, that is what we're going to be moving on to in the next series. All right. Okay, switching back. What we're going to do, we're going to leave it there for today. I don't know why I'm looking at that camera because it's not on the screen. We'll leave it there for today. I would like it if you could let me know if I've skipped past anything that you wish you wanted to take more time with. I would also say to you, have a look around other people's YouTube videos. If you see anything where you think, oh, I wish I knew how to do that, put them in the comments. All right, I will have a go at answering it, how it was done. Obviously based on this sort of scenario, a podcast style, video podcast style. Don't start showing me Hollywood special effects and saying, how did they do that? Because I wouldn't have a clue probably. All right, but we'll leave it there for today. All I'd like to say though, before you go, is for new subscribers who have subscribed during the series, thank you very much and welcome. Please drop me a comment so I know who you are. And for anyone who's thinking about subscribing, take your time if you want to. I hope you enjoy the series and I hope you find it useful. And don't forget to start at episode 1 and work your way forward. Don't just start here because it gets more and more complicated as we go. All right. If anybody's produced their own videos as well, share your link and let me see what you've actually produced from the stuff you've learned from this series. And because of that digging, I'm going to leave it there for now. I will wish you all the best and stay safe.
FotoMedien, coming to you live from Germany.